Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here with yet another amazing lady, Shabnam. And let me quickly introduce Shabnam. So Shabnam is working in Vietnam as an English teacher for a kindergarten school. Yeah. So hi Shabnam, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Very, very good, Shabnam. And it's really a pleasure for me to, interview on my YouTube channel because you have been with me for, I think, 3+ months now. You have joined the Magical Healing Hub community. So let's directly dive into the topic. I just want to understand from you that before joining the Magical Healing Hub community, right? What was your state of mind, or like when you saw my ad on Insta or Facebook, what prompted you to be part of the webinar and then you took a decision to be part of the community?
Okay, so I found you on Instagram.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't know that time that what is it? What is this whole thing? It was a free workshop which you were offering, and because like my mental state was not very good that time, I was like, I just like had a very bad phase because of my relationship which ended.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay.
was like mentally very very disturbed, and I was like I
Mm.
could do anything to make me feel better.
Amazing.
That was the only reason that मुझे कुछ भी करके I want to feel better, because I was like only if I'll feel better I will think straight. I was not thinking straight. I had become very very vague with my all my decisions. So when I saw it on Instagram, I'm like, workshop hai, what is a workshop? Because I was getting the advertisement a lot. So I was like, it's free also. First of all, it was free.
Yes.
So I
Okay.
joined it. And then during that workshop, when you did the Ho'oponopono,
Yes.
right? It was first for the parents, and then it became for the person with whom you're hurt.
Yes.
I wept like a baby. Like
Mm-hmm.
I realized that I'm not able to weep, I'm not able to cry. Okay.
Okay.
But in that call, like I literally had to put my camera off, the video
Okay.
off, because I couldn't stop weeping. That's the time I realized that there is a lot in me that's not because of this relationship. Also there's lot from the past also, like maybe my childhood traumas,
Yes.
maybe when I was being left alone, or maybe when something. There are a lot of things that need to be taken care of. I didn't know the word healing, but I knew
Okay.
that there are things that need to be taken care of within
Yes.
me. Okay. And that is why I joined. Like even when I spoke to you, I think I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't know what I was saying. I was like, I was sounding very desperate to you. So even you
Yes.
told me, don't be desperate, first of all. Just calm yourself first and then decide what you want to do. Like, you did not force me. You were like, it's your decision, what
Right.
you want to do. And then I just took some time, and then I was like, it, if it works, it's going to be amazing. If it doesn't work, I know I tried something. Okay.
Yes.
And that was with that mental thing also that was going on. I like, okay, let me give it a try. It's okay, I need to put myself somewhere. So that's how it started for me.
Yes. Thanks, Shabnam, for sharing. First of all, kudos to you that you chose to be in that webinar because when people go through certain situations in their life, it's like they are mostly into blame and complain mode, right? Very seldom people take responsibility that, let me take it and let me see what I can do in this situation, right? So, first of all, you took that courage to be part of the webinar. Secondly, when we discussed, yes, as you said, I remember you were in confusion, but I knew that I could help you out. Yes, I could feel that, you need help and this healing is definitely going to help you. So now I want to hear from you. When you joined the community, when we were doing our weekly inner circle calls and everything, what were few of the techniques or things which actually helped you to come out and move out of your circumstances?
See, when I joined, and when you send me, first of all, the 3 days test that I had to do,
Yes.
about first of all finding where, what all you need to work on.
Mm.
So I used to take a lot of time, because I was like, for a long time I think I did not realize only कि क्या,
Yeah.
what is there I need to take care of. I was like, एक ही चीज हुई है, वही चीज को ठीक करना है.
Right.
But then I was like, when I sat with it, I'm like,
Mm.
no, maybe there are more things. And I just sat down with it, and I kept writing, I kept writing. That's the time I realized that there's so many things. There are like
Yes.
so many things which are like which are making me feel this. I'm feeling abandoned. I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling regret. I'm feeling ashamed. I'm feeling hurt. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling angry. Itna sare emotions at one time is not because of one thing. It's because there's
Yes.
so many things. It's like it has got built up.
Yes.
Okay. And when I started writing for that 3 days, that's the
Mm-hmm.
time I realized that I need to heal a lot of things.
Mm.
So the first technique that I used, it was Hoponopono,
Right.
the first technique. So I used to do it in the morning. I used to
Mm-hmm.
do it in the afternoon. I used to
Okay.
do it anytime whenever I used to feel that okay, uh, this 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 emotion was something like when I felt when I was a kid, and it's not healed. I started doing it. I started doing it very aggressively actually
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning.
Okay.
I used to do it like 4-5 bar for alag alag thing, but I used to do it. I used to do it even before I could sleep. Sometime in my sleep also I used to be like, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Because it is really amazing, because when you say I'm sorry, you're adding sentences more to it. Like, for
Yes.
this situation, because this happened, please forgive me because this happened. I didn't know what to do that time. Like, at times for such a long time I was blaming myself for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started speaking in Ho'oponopono, I started realizing ki it was because I didn't know at that time what is better. If
Correct.
I knew what's better at that time,
You could have
I
done
would have
it.
I would have done it. I didn't know what's better at that time. I acted as per the circumstances. I acted as per how much I knew, how much was my knowledge. So yes, Ho'oponopono helped me a lot, because when you start talking and you're sitting alone and you start talking and asking for forgiveness or saying thank you, or when you say I love you, there's no one else who's going to judge you at that moment. It's only you. You're sitting with yourself and you can say everything. And that's
Yes.
the time I realized that this is helping me a lot. So yes, Ho'oponopono. And
Mm-hmm.
then I started doing EFT tapping whenever I started feeling my anxieties is coming up.
Okay.
I used to be like, teen char bar I used to go on. Like, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I got this. I forgive myself. I forgive myself, because I think forgiving yourself first is the most important thing.
Yes.
It's the very most. It's even now, like, anything happens and I feel that okay, this happened. Why did this happen? Then I be like, okay, I forgive myself. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know any better. It's okay. I forgive myself. It happened. And once you start forgiving yourself, because you're the first person, you tend to then, when somebody does something, anything to you wrong, then you be like, अगर ये तूने किया होता, you would have forgiven yourself ना. So forgive सामने वाला also now.
Right.
ठीक है? Be angry, but at the same time just say in your heart, okay, I've forgiven you. Okay, ठीक है. Then make your boundary. ऐसा नहीं कि forgive करके you do that again. You make your boundary that ठीक है, now this
Correct.
is the boundary. इसके आगे I'm not going. So yes, EFT and Ho'oponopono and journaling.
Journaling. Amazing. Yes.
Journaling anytime. I used to do it in the mornings, but now I think I do it anytime. I do it whenever I feel a thought is lingering too much in my head. I start writing. I start writing and then I read it. I read it till I don't get bored of it. I keep reading it.
Okay.
अच्छा, मैं like, अभी मेरे को हो गया, मुझे नहीं read करना. So yeah, these three things are like
Yeah.
super amazing. Yeah.
Thanks, Shabnam. And I remember you showing up every week in the weekly inner circle call. So for that, I really need to, pat on your back for that, for showing up week after week, because
I
it's
did it.
not, yes, because it's not easy to be consistent with yourself, right? And you were so consistent, and I could see the results when you were the first one always to raise your hand and share your miracles or share your blessings. So, how beautifully you have taken this process, had faith in this. Yeah, as you mentioned, you were unaware of these healing practices, but it's just that you put the faith in divine, you put the faith in me. So, I'm so proud of you that, okay, you believe that, okay, if she's saying it, it can really help me. Yeah.
Yes.
And so, the viewers who don't know about EFT tapping technique, it's a technique to release all your emotions, pent up emotions, which is there in our body. So basically, three things helped her. One is like Ho'oponopono, which works directly on your subconscious mind. So whatever bad memories, painful memories she was having, she was able to, erase it, because otherwise your memories never retire until you retire them. You keep on memorizing the same things again and again, right? So this Ho'oponopono prayer helped her to remove those memories. EFT tapping helped in removing the painful emotions from the body, and journaling definitely, because instead of thinking too much into our head, it's very important to write it down so that you get light here, right? So amazing, Shabnam. And so any result which you want to share, like, these top 2 3 results which I could achieve in last 3 months, these are like, I never thought that I'll be able to achieve it in so less time.
Okay, number one, when I started, I did not know how to pick myself up. Like somewhere I lost myself. I lost myself in a very dark place.
Yeah.
Maybe I was even like, even if anything happens to me tomorrow, I don't care. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I was at that phase. I was in a very, very bad phase. But I stopped dressing up. Jabki I'm a person who always loved to look beautiful. Like always, wherever I go, I want to be dressed up. Like if somebody else is not dressed up, I'm like, why you're not dressed up? Why you're not wearing? Like I was that kind of person. But
Right.
when all this happened, I didn't care what I'm wearing. I didn't care how I'm looking. I stopped doing my hair. Especially especially for someone like me, it came
Yeah.
like it. I was shattered. In short,
Mm.
so the biggest change was that I picked up myself again. I wanted to look good the next day. I wanted to look my best the next day. I wanted to
Yeah.
look amazing the next day. That was the biggest change for me because yes, when you lose yourself, the first thing you have to do is get yourself back. I mean, it is a struggle. It's not like a snap of a finger. But when you're the one small step, okay, today I will wear a lipstick and I'll go to work. I want to wear a lipstick.
Mm.
I want to do my hair. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, that was one big change for me, that I was back to myself,
Mm-hmm.
doing slowly, but eventually I was
Yes.
doing.
Yes.
Like even now, we see in the call, I'm like all dressed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Then another thing, I started appreciating a lot of people who were there in my life, but I did not appreciate them enough.
Yeah.
Okay. You tend to forget a lot of things. Like one time tak you're counting blessings, uske baad you're not counting blessing. You're just seeing flaws.
Yes.
Okay. So for some time, I started just seeing flaws, not only in me, in everyone around
Everybody.
me,
Yeah.
even my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I started seeing, like when I wanted, like I started telling myself, I want to see miracles. I want to see something amazing that's happening to me. And then eventually each thing turns into a miracle. The way your parents speak to you becomes a miracle. The way my friends started sending me gifts, that became
Mm-hmm.
a miracle.
Yes.
Uh, my parents were like, you know, everyone around me started doing small, small gestures for me, which is not small, which is actually a
Mm-hmm.
blessing. The
Yeah.
people at work started doing things for me. So you start counting your blessings, which is very important. How grateful you have to be when you come to know that. It's the amazing thing. And one more thing that I would tell you, that you start seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You start seeing, like, agar kuch hota bhi hai galat, you end of the day, you be like, you will be angry. आप कोई संत नहीं बन रहे हो. You'll not be like
Definitely.
really. You will have that emotion where you're angry, you're frustrated, or you're overwhelmed. कि what nonsense यार, ये मैं तो सब अभी तो मैं सब ठीक कर रहा हूँ या सब ठीक कर रही हूँ, तो ये फिर भी क्यों हो रहा है. देखो लाइफ है, होता रहेगा, होती है. But your mindset,
Yes.
it all changes your mindset. कि now what, now अभी ये हो गया. And it's written in all the spiritual books also, ki what has happened. Now what is the lesson, and what are you going to do next.
Right.
You start understanding that in your healing journey. That is very important. When you reach that point, ki ab kya, now what I can do, ab kya nahi, now what I can do for this. That is when you know that okay,
Yeah.
you're healing, because you are like, healing is for all your past traumas. Okay, so it's already happened, but now what can you do for what has happened?
Right.
You can just heal it. You can just have a better mindset towards it. So yeah, so these three things I think are helping me a lot. Sometimes even today, sometimes even when I still get there, or even when something goes wrong, I get upset or overwhelmed, but I sit down and then I will just be to myself, now what can I do? Should I just leave
Yeah.
it to God, or
Yeah.
or there is something I can do and then it will help me.
Right.
So it gives, your mindset changes for good. Your mindset
Yes.
changes for good. It becomes positive.
Yeah.
So
And now
yeah,
you are aware. if you see 3 months before Shabnam, she was not aware. She was just taking whatever is coming to her, right? And now she's very much prepared. After 3 months, she started loving herself, right? Which was missing. And if I have to summarize your journey, Shabnam, it's not easy. Like 3 months, you have done it so quickly because you wanted to do it for yourself. So loving yourself back, because we do not love ourselves, we feel that nobody loves us. So that was the first step in your healing journey, your self care and your self love. Then appreciating things which are working well, right? When things go wrong in our life, we feel that nothing is working good. But still, like, you have a house to live, you have clothes to wear, you have food to eat. There are so many things which are still working, which we start ignoring. But you picked up those things and started appreciating, and you saw the results of, like, people coming to you, loving you, sending gifts. So, being aware of what is happening actually. And then, as you rightly said, as human being, we are bound to get back to those moments sometimes, but how quickly we bounce back, that is the whole game. So, not being in the past too much, taking the lesson from the past, and then, keeping your eyesight on the future. So thank you so much, Shabnam, for sharing. I think this particular interview is going to inspire so many women like you who are going through that struggle and who want to pick themselves up. Yeah. So what message you want to give to our viewers who are listening today? Like, do you think this healing journey is really required? Did it really help you or will help them?
See, as for me, see, everybody has their own concept of how they need to heal. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people, everybody chooses a different way of healing. But I feel that if you really, if you want, if you believe in something, if you believe this is going to heal you should 100% do it. And the healing journey that I am on with you, okay, like you have helped a lot. Like, all you always give me a chance to talk whenever I need. Even that's a therapy. Okay.
Yeah.
So this healing journey of Hopono, EFT, journaling, and every classes that we take, I feel yes, definitely people should do it, because it makes you realize a lot of things that is not healed. Your inner child,
Yes.
the person that is who's actually hurt is your inner child. ठीक है क्योंकि adults and adolescents में I think we know what's happening, but that inner child does not know. ठीक है उसको, and that child cannot even speak क्योंकि तभी तक we don't know how to express our
Right.
emotions. So I think it's very important that we learn about ourselves, and I think this healing journey has taught me a lot about me, and I think people should go on it to just learn about yourself more. Learn about yourself more, give it a chance, give it a chance. Nahi, you don't like it, you always have a chance to back off, but I feel
Yes.
till you don't give it a try you will never know.
Yeah.
And do it for you, because
Yes.
if you are good, if you are amazing, everyone around you is going to be amazing, because you are going to affect so many people around you. So
Yes.
do
Very
it for
true.
you. Yes, do it for you, and do it because you are amazing, but you need to know that you're very amazing.
Thank you, Shabnam, for sharing. And you brought out a very good point, that how do you know that something is working for you? Just try it out. Either it will work or it will not work, right? What's the harm
Yeah.
in trying? Like, we think so much into our head before trying something, whether it will work, whether it will not work. So the best way to know whether it will work is, try it out. Yeah.
Try it out.
So yeah. So thank you so much, Shabnam, and people who are listening to us today. Thank you for being with us, and lots of blessings, lots of love to you, Shabnam. People who would like to join my free Ho'oponopono masterclass, there is a link in the description box. Please click, please join the group, and I'll be really happy to invite you to my Magical Healing Hub community. So thank you so
Please
much,
do join.
Shabnam. Thank you so much, Shabnam, and speak to you again. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.